in fact, supplemented Webb's parting dispatch with another saying that Blake's little party, returning, had just been sighted through the telescope 9 miles out, with 2 men afoot. But not until the general reached Lodge Pole Creek did the message meet him, saying that Webb's advance guard could hear the distant attack on Ray. Not until he reached the Chugwater in the early night could he hope to hear the result. It was nightfall when the awful suspense of the garrison at Frayne was even measurably lifted. Blake, with 3 troopers at his back, had then been gone an hour, and was lost in the gloaming before Dr. Tracy's orderly, with a face that plainly told the nervous tension of his 2 hours' ride, left his reeking, heaving horse at the stables, and climbed the steep path to the flagstaff, the shortest way to the quarters of the commanding officer. Despite the gathering darkness, he had been seen by a dozen eager watchers, and was deluged with questions by trembling, tearful women and by grave, anxious men. "There's been a fight, that's all I know," he said. "I was with pack mules and the ambulances and didn't get to see it. All I saw was dead ponies way out beyond 10 Mile Ridge. Where's the major? I mean the captain?" No, the orderly didn't know who was killed or wounded, or that anybody was killed and wounded. All he knew was that Dr. Tracy came galloping back and ordered the ambulances to scoot for the front, and him to spur every bit of the way back to Frayne with the note for Captain Dade. All this was told as he eagerly pushed his way along the boardwalk, soldiers' wives hanging on his words and almost on him, officers' wives and daughters calling from the galleries or running to the gates, and Dade heard the hubbub almost as quickly as did Esther, who hurried to the door. By the light of the hall lamp the commander read the penciled superscription of the gummed envelope and the word "immediate" at the corner. The same light fell on a dozen anxious, pleading faces beyond the steps. His hand shook in spite of himself, and he knew he could not open and read it in their presence. "One moment," he said, his heart going out to them in sympathy as well as dread. "You shall hear in one moment," and turned aside into the little army parlour. But he could not turn from his wife and child. They followed and stood studying his pale face as he read the fateful words that told so little, yet so much. "Reached Ray just in time. Sharp affair. Dr. Waller will have to come at once, as Tracy goes on with us to rescue stage people at Dry Fork. Better send infantry escort and all hospital attendants that can be possibly spared, also chaplain. Sergeants Burrows and Wing, Corporal Foote, and Troopers Denny, Flood, Kerrigan, and Pruser killed. Many wounded. Lieutenant Field seriously. Webb." End of chapter 9.